Hey everybody, Matumbo here. We are back playing some more Standard in Magic Arena. And today, well, might as well drop another 3-bomb and say we are going to play a third Ozolith deck in our series of Ozolith decks. So, with that being said, this version is going to be a white and colorless variation. But before we get into that, I would, as always, please urge you guys to subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. If you're enjoying the content, most of our viewers are actually people who are not subscribed. So if you enjoy this video and want to see more, please hit that button. Also leave a like and leave a comment below and tell me what you want to see in those future videos. And lastly, hit that bell icon and you'll be notified as soon as these videos come online. So let's hop into this colorless white Ozolith deck. So again, our namesake card, Ozolith. This basically says that whenever a creature leaves the battlefield, if it had any kind of counters on it, those counters get put on the Ozolith. And then at the beginning of combat, we get to move all of those counters from Ozolith back onto a different creature. So we have some cards that actually obviously are going to be counter generators. One of them being Stonecoil Serpent. Again, one of the best, I feel like one of the best creatures in standards. It's just a flat out X spell. It's going to be that big. Reach, trample, protection from multicolored, so your Teferis, your Deafening Clarions, your Assassin's Trophies, just stuff like that. It's pretty powerful. Other than that, counter token generators, we have Steel Overseer. This is going to put +1/+1 counters on all of our artifact creatures that we have in play. That's going to be huge. And we have Crystalline Giant. So this new card is really sweet. What it does is at the beginning of combat on your turn, it's going to choose a counter token at random, whether it be flying, first strike, death touch, hexproof, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, vigilance, +1/+1, and it's going to put that on there. So once this has a couple counters on it, if your opponent does manage to kill it, and those counters will get put on your Ozolith, and then your Ozolith will move all of those different first strike, death touch, whatever counters from Ozolith onto your other creatures. So that's really cool. So other than that, we do have some, backup cards. We have Alseid of Life's Bounty. This is just a 1/1 lifelinker with the ability to sacrifice itself to give protection to a creature. This will allow us to prevent removal from happening to our creatures that we want to protect. This will allow us to potentially give, if we have a giant creature that we can get through with lethal, we can give it protection from like red or black or green or whatever, and then swing in so they can't block it. We also have Gingerbrute. This is just a really good attacker. For 1 mana, it basically becomes unblockable unless they have haste creatures. That's really good to know. Shadowspear, this is a equipment. It gives +1/+1 trample and lifelink, but it also allows us to make our creatures, our opponent's creatures, lose hexproof. So maybe that'll come into play, maybe not. We also have All That Glitters. Seeing as how most every card in our deck is an artifact or an enchantment, this aura we put on a creature is going to give our creatures +1/+1 for each other artifact or creature that we control. So this will make one of our creatures just huge once we drop it. We have a little bit of small removal in the form of Glass Casket. And then we also have Shambling Suit. This is basically a power equal to the number of artifacts and enchantments we control. Also, this can be a really big swing. And we have Lurrus. Now, we're not playing Lurrus as the companion, seeing as how we have a few cards in our deck that cost more than 2 mana, so we can't do that, but we can play it main deck. So if they are able to kill, any of our other small drops or even our All That Glitters, Lurrus is going to allow us to, play these back, and we're just going to basically keep getting in there every turn. And we're only playing 22 land in this deck because we only curve out at 3, so we don't really need a lot of land. But we do have Bonders Enclave in case one of our creatures does get big, and we'll be able to draw cards with this later on. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to hop into the gameplay, and please, stay tuned until the end of the games, and you can watch the gameplay, and we can talk about what went really well and maybe potentially what went wrong. So let's see what happens. All right, well, today's deck, hopping on this white Ozolith train. Kara. Who's going first? Opponent's going first. This is a slower hand. No companion. Not super unfair. Could be anything though. Most likely mono red. We're gonna keep it. Alright, so we get to see. Maybe it's a black deck. I think we want to see green the most, honestly. Could be just like a green-blue elementals deck. Okay, so it is a blue deck of some sort. Gonna go 1, 2, 3. Blue-green flash. Blue-green elementals. I was correct. Right, well, I think we're actually going to play Overseer number 2 next turn. Kind of go crazy. Uro. I feel like he's digging for a land. Doesn't necessarily have another land in his hand. So definitely correct in assuming that. Not too happy about drawing all these lands. No attacks. Right. Uro it up, son. Alright, let's make a lot of counter. There's an argument for attacking there, but I really don't feel like hitting for 3 is necessarily going to be what we need to be doing. Good thing right now is that our opponent is sitting on only, okay, well, 5 land now. Still not too bad. I feel like he's only going to top lands there, just because he's a little bit behind. Okay. Okay, so he's all right, so we potentially I think we just get in for 14. So I think we're going to see some form of Agent of Treachery here, unfortunately. He does have 7 mana. Not enough cards in the graveyard to bring back an Uro. Needs to get at least 2 cards in the graveyard. I mean, it might have benefited him to block there if he was trying to get Uro into play. But okay. Alright, so he's going on the defensive.
I love making new friends.
Oh, they love making friends. I don't like when they start hovering over our creatures. Was actually a really good draw here. Yeah, good game. Good game. You had no idea we were even gonna... All that glitters there. Alright, with only 1 game so far, we have shown that this deck has a pretty good sustaining capability. I mean, at least against a deck that's not really interacting with us in any way. Alright, we're gonna keep this. Really wish it was an artifact. That's really the only downside to playing this, but I really like that this is an enchantment and provides some form of protection if we need it. Okay, so we're gonna drop this down. I'd rather him go after the Steel Overseer instead of the Life's Bounty. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. We'll go ahead and activate this. We're doing that just to progress through our opponent's turn a little bit faster. Okay. Really good. So we are going to go ahead, power this out for 3, and he's going to scoop. All right. On to the next game. Let's see what happens. Really need to get green screen. Need to rearrange some furniture. I mean, these are things that are not going to happen, but, well, anytime soon. Green screen, rearrange furniture, and one of those ring lights, I believe. That way we can look all fancy. There's a 6 in this guy's name. Excuse me. Sorry about that, everybody. So, opponent's going first. Oh, I gotta sneeze again, so I'm gonna mute. No, sorry about that again. No, we're gonna keep this. All right, well. What is better to play? Ooh. Attacking is kind of pointless. Oh. Yeah, maybe if you have that. No blocks. Ooh, man, I am a sneezing fool right now. No attacks. It is crazy allergy season outside. Ooh, Death Touch, huh? All right, so what do we do here? And force him to try to kill this Steel Overseer, or stuff's gonna get out of hand. Oh, it's crazy, man. Sneeze, sneeze, sneeze. So, I mean, we are tapped out. Can't use the All Seeds of Life bounty to protect the Steel Overseer this turn. If he attacks, we're taking it. Okay, that's really not going to do anything. Okay. So that's kind of huge. Stuff is going to get fun. No attacks. We are definitely going to be pumping out a lot of counters. Okay, that's an unfortunate card to have right now. All right, another lifelinker. Not really too concerned with that. Right, so we're gonna play this, and we are going to play this, and all right, we're hitting you for 2. That's all we're doing, just 2 damage. I mean, he could have a pretty healthy engine. Yep, Lurrus is a good engine to have with Corpse Knight and Cruel Celebrant in play. His attacks still are not that good. Not really concerned with that. Hey, we've got a Lurrus as well. But luckily for us, we have lifelink. This Shadowspear is really good. I wonder if we're ever going to actually be able to utilize it when a creature that our opponent has like hexproof, like a Paradise Druid or something along those lines. Curiously though, if he attacks with his Enforcer, we're probably going to block it with our Stonecoil Serpent. Really like to turn our Gingerbrute into a 10/10 lifelinker. It's fine. Oh, look at you, double Scorpion. So, how do you attack? You still don't have good attacks. Yep, Gingerbrute is pretty good. Oh, come on. You want to get in there with that Enforcer. Oh, man. Do we even care? Black, 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 black. So we have lethal now? Good game, buddy. Good game. Man, Steel Overseers are really good when your opponent can't get rid of them. So, that's awesome. All right. Really. 3 games in, going strong. Load 231. Now were there 230 other loads before your load? I definitely feel dirty saying that. So we are going to keep, because that's a lot of loads. Mulliganing, You like that. This is probably a mutate deck. Playing a Mori. Gonna be playing all creatures. Or like elementals. Really like Sultai elementals or just mutate. So we're gonna go Gingerbrute Ozolith next turn. Oh, what are you playing over there? So all creatures. No trades. Good, good, good. So again, so he's probably playing just Teamer Mutate. Okay, so he is playing Teamer Mutate. So it's unfortunate. I mean, we have to just keep on going. Keep on playing the same creature. Keep on not drawing land. The blocks. Ugh. I don't even know why I just didn't do that at first. There's absolutely no way we're going to do anything about that. Drawing land for you is still going to do this. Still going to do that. Now again, we could be saving mana to be, you know, using the Alseid. But we really want to potentially just get him in one turn. So no mutating is huge. Yep, no blocks. Interesting, okay. Could... I don't like that. Do we need this? Or do we care about that? All right, well, we're gonna put him to the test. I want to play like a really big mutate spell. Okay. I mean, we have to try. So, pro green. That was kind of nice, but all of his creatures cost like 0 mana. They cheaper, cheaper, cheaper. That's pretty good. So it was just team or mutate. If he can't do anything about the Gingerbrute, we just get through. What's in your hand? Oh, that was a good hit. That was a good hit. So fortunately for us, though, we have Xaxes. So, all right. That was another good. Players with mythic orange names are MTG Arena team members. That's cool. Lord Shinoda. All right, we're going first. I can get behind this hand. So this would only make it a 2/2. We don't want to. We don't want to do that. At least now we can protect one thing. Probably playing against a flash deck of some sorts. And let's see. I'd rather this get countered than the Crystalline Giant. Okay. Growth Spiral, eh? What are you playing over there? You gonna Uro this turn? That'd be sweet. Or set.
Focus and meditate and prepare.
Interesting. Oh. Do this while we can. Oh, flyer. That was a bit. Actually, let's do this. So that Crystalline Giant with flying was that was a really good hit. Oh, and he can't even cast Nissa this turn because he doesn't have an untapped land. Okay. Good game, buddy. All right. All right, guys, it's time for the wrap up. Now, I want to let you guys know we did really well. We had some really quick games. We had a couple of I would say average length of games, like maybe like 6 or 7 minutes. But overall, we went 5-0. This deck is very quick. It's very powerful. There's a lot of utility that you just wouldn't really see in this. But overall, I feel like every card in this deck really did what it's supposed to, except for maybe Shambling Suit. Now, again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the card per se. Maybe we just didn't have a game where it actually factored that much. But I mean, I know it does, hit like 4 or 5 pretty easily. Also, Glass Cactus. I don't know why I said cactus, but Glass Casket. Really, since we're only playing 2 of, it doesn't really come into play that often. So these cards could potentially maybe even move to like blue cards, like maybe like Emery, or maybe just some Teferis to prevent interaction on our turns. If we have a Teferi in play, our opponents can't do that. Other than that, though, I really feel like the deck, like I said, going 5-0 in 5 really quick games, that does show the power of a deck. So definitely give this deck a shot if you have the cards for it. But other than that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you guys like this deck? Do you have a deck like this? Maybe any other changes you would make to this deck? Anything like that would, you know, help me a lot, and I'll take a look, see what see if anything happens on my end with potentially your changes. Other than that, like always, please subscribe to the channel, guys. We're trying to grow. We're doing really well. We're right at like 250 subscribers right now. I know that's not a lot to some of you, but to us, I mean, that's amazing. We've been growing pretty quickly, pretty recently. We've had a really good influx of you guys, and I really appreciate all the interaction, all the comments, and all the love that you guys have been showing. So you guys keep on playing good Magic. You know, I hope all your draws go your way and all your games are wins, and none of your opponents rope you. So, all right, guys, you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time.